How's it going, everybody? We're getting back up on the vids, back at it. New week, Monday, but before we get in there, let's recap the weekend. We were able to touch a little bit onto Saturday, which was sweet. Saturday, again, was a little bit on, a little bit on the frustration side, as I touched on a little bit more, because that wild game with the Kraken, that put us behind quite a bit on the 2.5. We were able to sneak back up and go 5 for 7 on Saturday, which was sweet. A little bit on the sideways rolled oaks. We just got up 1 unit. Again, we were really heavy on Kraken. We were really heavy on the Avs, and they both lost. So kind of upsetting on both ends. 5 for 7, still not bad. I'd rather be, again, if we can break even, awesome, especially when we lose our 2 big spots on the night. But we got up 1 unit, so that was very good. Let's go over yesterday because we killed it. Baby, let's go. Oh, we're having some fun, man. We're having some fun. So we went 7 for 8. 7 for 8 yesterday. And we are up, man, like what are we at right now? Okay, so we're up 6.5 yesterday. 1 unit on Saturday. We were 1 unit on Saturday. We were, what did I put down on? 1, so 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 4 units on Friday. 4 units on Friday. What's that? 9.5 units? 9.5 units when I started doing these lives. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We're absolutely smashing it. Let's go through it. Falcons plus 6.5. If you put a little bit of splash money on that, because they end up winning too. Again, if you went splash money on Falcons, as well as Broncos, as well as Browns, like, you're looking real pretty. You're looking real pretty. 7 out of 8, ladies and gents. Falcons on the 6.5. They just, you know what? When you take it back to last year's game when they played the Saints as well, and Matt Ryan went off. Matt Ryan went off. It's divisional. It's one of those things where, when it comes to divisional, generally games are tighter. And I would say this game would have been tighter if it wasn't Simeon's first game behind the ball. For the Saints, at least. If it wasn't his first start, let's just say we play this game next week, I think this game is tighter. I don't know if the Falcons end up winning, but I think this game is definitely tighter. We're going to take it anyways. It's a half unit play. I wish I did more. This is what it happens to be. I put it as a half unit because, again, I didn't know exactly how Simeon was going to be able to take with the offense. So that's why we only went a half unit. On the other side of it, we went Chargers -1 outright. 2. This is 2 of our one of our 3 2-unit plays. Chargers -1. It was close. It was close. Give me right. That went back and forth. That went back and forth because, again, they were moving the ball. Hurts was definitely moving the ball, which was sweet. I put my free bet on this game as well. My bet builder on this bet. I did a whole bunch of props to see if I could just hit a home run, hit $1,000. Eckler screwed me. And I hit everything else. I hit Jared Cook on his receptions, as well as his yardage. Keenan receptions, as well as yardage. We were having fun, but that was a kick in the pants. But regardless, we don't really care. 6.5, free bet, free money, whatever. It's a wash. Patriots 3.5. They kicked. Sam Darnold couldn't do anything. CMC just getting back into it makes sense, but again, they couldn't do anything. They won by a landslide, which was great. 3.5. Broncos was a huge one, knocking a ton of people out of Survivor, which sucks a lot for those guys because Cowboys, where did they go? Broncos by 10, they got splash money. Same thing with the Browns. Browns +2, huge, absolutely huge. And again, they won again. Bills, Jags, this one knocked me out of Survivor, which is frustrating as ever. We had them on the under, which was great. They covered that with ease because it was like 0-0 basically, 6-6, whatever, but 0-0 in my opinion if the Bills can't score a touchdown. 1 unit over there, which was a nice little spot. Rams, this was our loss. Our 2-unit play was Rams. We bought the 6 points to bring it down. And we still lost. We should just went on the other side and just went for the Titans on the cover instead. We tried to eliminate our risk and bring it down, and it didn't happen. And then we got the over with the Rockets as well as the Warriors. That one wasn't even without question because, again, you got 2 teams that like to move the ball, 2 teams that have a pretty strong pace. It basically was coming down to, could the Rockets hit their shots? Because we knew Golden State, a whole bunch of shooters. Could the Rockets actually hit their shots as well? They did, which was great. 6.5 units. 6.5 units if you did it. Boys and girls, if you're just joining this card now, which we did have 2 more over the weekend, join up for subscribing to the picks. If you are, we're on a run. We're on a run. Again, try to stick within the means as well, because you never know when we go on the reverse side. Don't want to jinx anything. Knock on wood. Whatever. Here we go. But that's, just bear that in mind as well. We're crushing it right now, so let's just make sure we keep the good times rolling. With that, let's move on to today. Today we have 5 picks. I already posted up my free pick over on TikTok, so if you've already seen that video, great. If you haven't, the pick is, again, we're doing a parlay. We're doing another parlay on the free pick. So yesterday's free pick were Patriots to win by 3.5 and Chargers to win by 1.5. They both did it. They both on the parlay. Great, we made some money. Now this parlay, this is the one where I wanted to add a little bit, but you know what? I went more on the safe side, take away a little bit more of the risk. I really wanted to go Caps minus 1.5. So the parlay, the number one, the parlay itself is Leafs on the money line, Washington Capitals on the money line. I really wanted to do Washington minus 1.5 on the puck line. We're going to play it safe. We got it down to minus 108. We're going to do 2 units on it. Leafs win, Caps win, we win, whatever it is. I think we win in basically a unit. Our second spot, let me actually go into this game. So we'll be at the Leafs game again, so history hopefully keeps it rolling. Leafs with the Kings, and then Buffalo coming off a road trip. Sorry, not coming off a road trip, extending the road trip. Washington's back at home, so 2 home teams, money lines there, so we're good to go. 76ers, we got the 76ers minus 1 tonight for a half unit. 76ers minus 1 tonight on the half unit. And the main reason why we're going down, so this line has dropped a little bit, which not too worrisome on my end. We have the Knicks last night playing a little bit. They lost last night, so they're playing again. And tonight's definitely going to be a battle. 76ers down low. They're going to try to work them, which is going to should work in our benefit. The only thing that I'm nervous a little bit about, and this is the main reason why is it's a half unit, is if the Knicks get hot shooting. If the Knicks get hot shooting from the outside, this could go the other way. I feel as if the 76ers game plan is going to be to ground and pound this, play on the glass, play in the key, and beat them down that way. Because again, Knicks just lost, so that's where they're going to be. They're going to be a little bit tired. So I have the 76ers, especially they're at home as well. Third one here is the under. So 40.5 under Bears and Steelers. These are 2 teams that are going to be running the crap out of the ball. And I mean running the crap out of the ball. They just run. So Big Ben, he's injured itself. Najee Harris is just doing his things. He's going to be rushing. Stay tuned for that one as well. He's going to be rushing a crap ton. And on the other side is you got Herbert that's going to be absolutely rushing and running the ball. So we have 40.5. I feel as if the clock is going to be going and moving pretty much the entire game. Actually, we're going to play into this as well before we go into our next pick. Najee Harris, we got over on the 19.5 rush attempts. I think he's going to blow this one out of the water. I think he's going to be mid-20s at least. I think we have this one by the 3rd quarter. And then depending on the situation of the game, that's where it could even be high 20s depending where we're at. But we have Najee Harris for 1 unit as well on the minus 115. And our last play is Bulls at home against the Brooklyn Nets. So another team that played last night in the Nets. The main reason why we're going on the Bulls here in the minus 1.5. Again, we're only doing the half unit on this play, but we're going on Bulls again. You got a tired team. They just played Toronto. The Nets itself playing Toronto, which is a defensive team. They beat them up. They held the score down, which again, defensive teams generally do. So they're going to be exhausted coming into this one. So shooting for them, which is generally their strong suit, might be lacking. Bulls are coming off that tough back-to-back with the 76ers. Both losses coming back home, so they should be able to smack that one and get things happening there. And that's a half unit as well. I do have one other pick that I might send out later on. I'm not putting on the card as of right now, but I might send another email just as a possible. Not even going to touch about it right now. Again, it's on the fence for me, so I really don't want to put it into the card as of right now. But we have 5 picks. There they are. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5 units up for grabs tonight. And let's see it smash. All right. Stay tuned. Again, if you guys haven't popped over TikTok, make sure you watch.